Welcome to Daily Gossip. You will get daily Hollywood and sports updates here. Remember to subscribe for the latest videos. In the world of basketball, greatness isn't always born in five-star high school gyms or golden McDonald's All-American jerseys. Sometimes it's molded slowly, painstakingly through years of underestimation, rejection, development, and relentless work. One of the most inspiring stories emerging from this year's NBA draft isn't about a top 3 pick. It isn't about a viral slam dunk machine. It's about a man who stayed, who fought, who grew. This is the story of Eric Dixon, Villanova's quiet warrior, who might just become the most underrated pick of the 2025 NBA. Draft. Eric Dixon didn't demand attention with flash. He earned it with consistency. A 6'8" forward center hybrid, Dixon spent 5 years at Villanova, and every single one of them helped him carve out a legacy of growth, power, and belief. In today's college basketball landscape, where players often leap to the NBA at the first chance, Dixon stayed. He trusted the process, and now that patience may be paying off in a way that could change his life forever. There is a buzz building around him, and it's growing louder by the day. NBA scouts have noticed. Front offices have taken notes. And with the Milwaukee Bucks rumored to be eyeing him with their 47th overall pick, the draft world is watching a sleeper rise. But let's rewind. Who is Eric Dixon, and why is his name being whispered in front offices across the league? Dixon entered Villanova as a redshirt freshman. He was never a flashy player, never a social media highlight reel. But he did one thing that set him apart. He worked. Year after year, Dixon evolved. He transformed his body. He developed his footwork. He added a reliable outside shot. And in his final year, he emerged not only as Villanova's offensive leader, but as one of the toughest matchups in the Big East. He averaged over 16 points per game, grabbed nearly 7 rebounds, and shot 38% from three-point range. These aren't just good stats. They're elite for a player his size and role. But stats only tell part of the story. The rest lives in his intangibles, his strength, his positioning, his ability to fight through double teams, his leadership, his fearlessness. And now, after going undrafted in early mocks, he's moved firmly into second-round conversations. Some analysts believe he's a poor man's PJ Tucker, while others compare him to Grant Williams players who don't light up, highlight reels, but become absolutely essential to winning teams. Let's talk about the Bucks. Milwaukee is reportedly targeting centers in the second-round. Names like Yannick Niederhauser, Vladislav Golden, and others have been floated. But what separates Dixon? Versatility, physicality, shooting touch. At 6'8" and 255 pounds, he can bang in the post but also stretch the floor. He can hold his own defensively, even switch on guards in emergency situations. And he brings the kind of mature basketball IQ that playoff teams crave. Imagine him backing up Giannis. Imagine him spacing the floor in second units. Imagine him growing in a system that values gritty, smart, plug-and-play guys. That's not just a possibility, it's a vision many NBA insiders believe is on the verge of becoming real. But Eric Dixon's story is more than a scouting report. It's deeply emotional. It's about fighting through years of doubt. It's about not being the first pick, the second pick, or even the top 30, but knowing that your value isn't measured by hype, but by heart. He's been doubted his entire career. He didn't transfer out when others told him to chase the spotlight. He didn't chase clout. He stayed, honed his game, and let the work speak. And now, on the eve of the draft, his name is finally being spoken. Not loudly, maybe, but respectfully, meaningfully, and possibly impact. Fans from Villanova know what Dixon means. They saw his 34-point game against Providence. They watched him put up 31 points and 6 rebounds against Creighton. They saw him fight through injuries, weight fluctuations, and every ounce of criticism hurled his way. They know he's not just a player. He's a symbol of what belief looks like when you're patient. And it's not just Villanova. Coaches across the Big East have sung his praises. "He's a load to deal with," said one coach anonymously. "You can't move him, and if you don't respect his shot, he'll kill you from deep." It's easy to get swept up in the top of the draft, the lottery, the one and dones. But it's often players like Dixon who end up becoming the stories that matter most 5 years down the line. The ones who outlast the hype. The ones who become glue guys, leaders, champions. The Bucks aren't just drafting for talent. They're drafting for fit, for culture, for players who can step into their identity and add to it. Eric Dixon is that guy. He's not a project. He's a worker. And in a locker room full of professionals chasing banners, that counts for everything. What happens if the Bucks pass? That won't be the end for Dixon. Multiple teams are reportedly circling him. He's already earned a green room invitation from a few insiders. And while he may not walk the red carpet, he's walking into a future that's wide open. Summer League, guaranteed deal, two-way contract. Wherever he lands, Dixon will walk in ready. That's just who he is, and fans. They're watching too. Social media has started buzzing. One fan tweeted, "Eric Dixon is going to be that guy in 5 years everyone regrets passing on." Another wrote, "Give this man a roster spot. He's NBA ready now." They're not wrong. And maybe, just maybe, the Bucks are listening. This is what makes the NBA draft magical. Not just the top names, but the journeys, the underdogs. The Eric Dixons of the world. Because the league doesn't just need stars. It needs men who show up every day, push the stars to be better, and remind everyone what it means to earn your place. So as we count down to draft night, keep your eyes on. Pick 47, watch the war rooms. Watch the reactions. And when you hear the name Eric Dixon called, remember everything that led to that moment. Because that moment will mean more than most and hear a daily gossip. We'll be watching, cheering, and sharing every second of this incredible journey. Like, comment, and subscribe for more emotional, inspiring, and dramatic stories from the world of sports and entertainment. Eric Dixon's name is about to go from whispered potential to national conversation and daily. Gossip will be right here to tell you what it means.